It was never mind.
Baby, you cut that thing.
Like lights, camera, action.
The sensor.
All right.
I'm seeing something's wrong with it.
People are coming in.
All right. Y'all come on in. We are waiting. We're going to wait on a couple of y'all. Let me try to. Y'all see it in my 1 week today. All right. Y'all, Twiler Portis is here, baby. Y'all know I don't pop champagne for just anybody, okay? We about to get it started tonight. Now, let me go over to us.
Okay.
You can grab your strawberry if you want one. We're going to let y'all into the room. The TellemTanyea interview with Twiler Portis is here. Are y'all ready to boss up? We about to talk about it, baby. We about to talk about it. And sip champagne because we're classy.
Uh-huh. Fill mine up.
Okay. Oh, she filling it up.
I think this is going to be a great conversation.
Yes. She say, let her fill hers up. Let's talk Twiler.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Happiness, prosperity.
And all of it. Y'all, I just want all her energy to just rub off on me. All of it. Did y'all see my story post when she got out that car, baby? I'm going to go outside and take a couple pictures in front of you. Squat down. We're going to let y'all into the room. Y'all, we talking about bossing up tonight. We're going to go a little bit beyond it, y'all. We're going to go into the detail of what it takes to maintain it. I am so excited, Twiler. So excited to have this
I'm excited to be here, too.
Yes.
It's going to be a lot of fun.
And you look amazing.
Thank you. And so do you.
Sassy. You
Boss.
see when I did that video, I said, we're going to be sassy and classy.
Right.
Yes. I said, I can't be ratchet. But we're going to keep it sassy and classy.
You know, we could be whatever we want to be.
Oh, okay. Let's put on Megan Thee Stallion and get it going.
Yes.
You like Megan Thee Stallion?
I love Megan Thee Stallion.
Yes.
What?
Now, do you have her niece?
I don't know if I used to. I used to have her niece. Catch me 10 years ago. I had her niece.
Yes. I got the body.
I lived through her though.
Yes,
I
y'all.
lived through her.
We're not gonna give y'all Megan Thee Stallion tonight. We're gonna keep it on the classy side. But we about to get real, y'all.
Yeah.
We're about to get real. We're gonna sip our champagne and wait on y'all to join the room, baby. We're about to talk about it. And y'all chime in if y'all have some comments or some questions y'all want to ask Miss Twiler Portis. Please feel free to do so, and we will address it. But this conversation gonna get going, y'all. Listen, what the music is? We could have some music going while we was waiting for him. Oh wow, he gave us Megan Thee Stallion. That a throwback? Big old free. Okay, look at Twiler. Hey, y'all, we're not gonna turn into Megan tonight, but we do like that. All right. What we got going, Leslie, in the room? We're gonna get it started, baby.
Okay, we're waiting on more people to come in. We got some people in, checking in, people waving.
We got 5 more yelling, baby, because we're gonna get it started.
Okay. Give it about 3 more minutes.
Okay. We're gonna sit and wait for y'all. So I would say she like Megan Thee Stallion, to each his own, baby.
Hey.
She ain't got the knees, but she say she messed with her, okay?
Hey, you know, she's from Houston,
Yes,
so you know what?
I know. Don't you just feel connected to her? Like, come on.
100%.
H-Town Hottie.
Yes.
Yes.
Like, oh, that's my girl.
Yes. I love it. And I feel like that's where her real side comes from.
Yeah.
She just don't care. Country, everything.
Yeah.
Like, she just give it to you. I love Megan Thee Stallion, y'all. Love it. Can't live a life, but you know, because I'm a wife, I'm a mother, so I gotta, but I do cut it on when the kids get out the car, baby. I turn to somebody else. Wrapping it on. Yes. I love it. And Jackie be talking about, I'm a savage. I said, Jackie, don't sing this song. Give me, please. So much.
Right.
Yeah.
Our kids is not what's taught. It's what's caught.
That's right. There you go. Yes, I like this. Not what's taught, it's what's taught. I like this. Yes. All right.
Okay, people coming in.
Okay, friends, we gonna y'all maybe not. It's y'all let me just get started. Okay, y'all, whoever has gathered in the room, welcome to TellemTanyea with Miss Twiler Portis. Y'all, I am so excited. I have taught Twiler shit all week about this interview. Once you confirmed that you could do it because you are a busy woman. And I already know, y'all, when you hear the song, I got 2 phones. This is Twiler. She really juggles 2 phones. So once you confirm that interview, I was like, okay, it's time to go. Like, in your mind, okay, I booked this interview with Tanyea. I got this down. And I was like, y'all, it's time to turn into Oprah Winfrey. Like, I have to step it up. To just, you know, to all honesty, to the woman I admire. I mean, just, I've watched you grow. Girl, watching your YouTube videos from the beginning up until now makes me want to be consistent in whatever it is that I'm doing because the growth is real.
Yeah.
And I've never seen you. It's my wine get fine with time, baby. Oh my God, like you have just blossomed, and I just love it. I admire it, and again, just all the compliments and everything goes to you for that. And that's off the real, y'all. Like just looking at her, y'all got to know her story, and you know, Twiler has been in the game for a long time. That's my praise to Twiler, y'all. Like, I admire her. She's my mentor. I look up to her and all that, okay?
Thank you for that.
So, I told y'all we were going to boss up. And my thing with that is, if you go to her Instagram page, if you Google her, you already know who she is, what she stands for, CEO, author, mentor, all that. And my thing about bossing up is about maintaining it and what comes along with it. And I think how people kind of misunderstood that. But my thing is, I want y'all to know what goes into being a boss, okay?
Absolutely.
Phrasing the question, are you ready to boss up? So Twiler, for those of these people, the followers who haven't Googled you, who haven't looked you up, just give us a brief title. You got many titles, but of who you are and what you stand for and what it is that you do.
Absolutely. Well, first I gotta say I'm excited to be here with you. You know, just as you watched me, I watched you.
Yes.
And you know, we all get into bed at night. We scroll, right? We scrolling through Instagram, and so I'm always looking at Tanyea, and I'm like, girl, tell them. You're like, you know, she comes up with all of these incredible topics that are real topics that we as women really need to know. So I want to say congratulations to you and everything that you're doing, and just how you are, you know, just having that regular conversation with women through the experiences that you've had.
Absolutely.
And so congratulations
Thank you.
on everything. You know, incredible mom, incredible wife, right? Just an incredible all-around person and an incredible friend.
Yes.
It's not too many people who have their best friends behind the scenes
Absolutely.
helping out. So that speaks to who you are.
Yes, ma'am.
And so, you know, welcome everybody, you know, tag somebody, come on in here. We're going to have a real conversation tonight. And, you know, my title, and here's what I'll say about titles, because so many of us get caught up on titles.
Absolutely.
Right? We get caught up on the title, which doesn't even have anything to do with the character.
Come on now.
Right?
Come on.
And so, you know, I can give you all these titles. You know, I'm an author.
Yeah.
You know, I'm an 8-figure earner.
Yeah.
You know, I'm an executive ambassador. You know, I'm a millionaire mom.
Come on
and
now.
all of this stuff, but really that shit don't mean nothing.
Come on.
It gives you the gateway to help people.
Yes.
So if I had to say who I am as a person, and really the title that I really want to be given, and that is a title of someone who is a server. I like to serve people and help people meet their dreams and their goals. So I'm just Twiler Portis, the server.
Ooh, eat it up. Y'all, she just served it to us on a platter. Oh my God. Yes, ma'am. Y'all, she just shut it down. Did y'all hear that? She could have given y'all any title, anything, but she said she's a server, Twiler girl. We see it. I can feel it. Like, I love it. I love it. The grace. I love it. Oh my God. So, she just gave y'all who she was in a nutshell. But I really want to let these people know the time frame, Twiler. Entrepreneurship. Oh my God. If I had an envelope for the money that I have to donate to everybody who's starting a business, who's selling something, coming up with a brand or anything, girl, like you'll go broke trying to support everybody.
That's right.
You know, I said, let me just start a little savings because I can't do it. You know, people get mad when you can't support them.
Right.
But you know, it's like you're busy supporting everybody. And the black business thing is really booming right now, right?
Sure.
So you want to support everybody. But my thing is going back to being a boss, going back to being an entrepreneur, what is the time frame? Like, how long have you been in the game? How long have you been dedicated to doing this on your own and building your own?
Sure, that's a really, really good question because, you know, what we have to do is get patient with the process. Because sometimes it can happen fast and sometimes it can happen slow. And even when it's happening slow, it's still happening.
Yeah.
And people sometimes think because it hadn't happened immediately that it's not going to happen. And I look at every successful person. What I like to do is follow the people who have my answer and not my problem.
There we go.
Right?
There we go.
So I look at these people who've had success and I go back to look at their story. And so it's been a journey. Even, some of the ones we love, Megan Thee Stallion,
Yeah.
we just talked about her.
Yeah.
Beyonce and I remember these women because they are from my city.
Yeah.
And it didn't happen overnight.
Absolutely.
And they're, even with Beyonce, her parents, sold their house, her dad quit his job. I mean, there's just a lot that happens to get her where she needed to be. Private lessons. You cannot show up and think that you're going to compete and you've not gotten the lessons.
There we go.
Right?
Yeah.
And so, it's no more raw talent. Really.
Yeah.
You gotta get the lessons. And so, what I will say to people that are in the game, wanting to become an entrepreneur, you gotta do some research in your area. You gotta find somebody who's already doing what you want and see what it was that they did and how they did that. And so oftentimes people don't want to go and do the work.
They don't.
They just want an instant, it don't happen that way. I've been in this game for 25 years.
Yes.
And I fell miserably when I started.
Yeah.
Like I didn't know nothing.
Yeah.
And so, but I kept going and, looking at the people who had done it and how did they do it and really learning and getting educated. So that I could get better.
You said a key thing, Twiler. You said seeking people, following people that's doing what it is that you want to do. I think with this generation, we can follow people, but our pride, like we won't ask people for help. We won't ask people for support. We won't say, hey bro, hey sis, show me how. You know what I mean? And it's not a lot of people that's bossing up that's willing to take the time to do it. Because it's like they want to be the only ones at the top.
Yeah. And so the thing of it is, hey, you're not the one. You're just one of the ones.
Yeah.
It is so much room for everybody.
That's right.
The people, there are a lot of people that do what I do. There are a lot of networkers, there are a lot of people that do what I do. But you don't have the people God has already assigned to me.
Hello, bring the Lord in.
I already have a group of people that's assigned to me.
That's right.
And guess what? I know that.
Yes.
And so I walk in that. And so being a boss is everything. How do you give?
Yeah.
How do you serve people? What type of education are you getting in your field?
Yes.
How do you treat people? Do you smile? Are you rude? Do you gossip?
Woo.
And so sometimes people are trying so hard and they're getting nowhere fast because they just have bad character.
Oh, you getting off to my little cue cord, Twiler. You get ahead. Y'all, she giving it to me back. I might as well throw these in the trash. Y'all, did y'all hear? Get your notepad out. I'm serious, y'all. Whatever it is you're trying to do, even if you're not an entrepreneur, in your career field, whatever you're doing, if you're trying to grow and level up, this is what you need to be a part of. This is what you need to hear. You said a main thing about people's character. Girl,
yeah.
I don't know how many people I follow on Instagram, Twiler, and if I see her or him in real life, I'm like, hey, and they like, girl, who, what? Don't want to speak.
Yeah.
Look at you like you stupid.
Yeah.
Hey, I bought a ticket to your webinar, and oh, you did? It's like, no feedback.
Yeah.
You're not who you are on Instagram. Does Instagram not speak volumes about who you are? Should you live up to it as a brand or a business owner?
Yeah.
You're very inviting. I would hate to see you in real life. How you doing, Miss Portis? How you doing?
Okay, so true story.
Okay, give it to us.
I was in a company and there was a woman who was incredible. She'd get on stage. I mean, she would shut the stage down.
Okay.
She would tear it up, and I was like, oh, I cannot wait to meet her. And so I had an opportunity. She come off stage. We were taking a break, and I literally trotted over to her, and I was like, "Hey,
you said try.
You were so good, and this and that." And she's like, I don't really have time to talk right now."
Oh,
and turned around and walked off.
No,
and this is what I said. That's why I say experiences will make you or break you.
Woo!
so that experience, I said, that will never be me.
Come on now.
If I ever make it,
Come on.
I'm going to make sure that I talk to the people
That's right.
that I inspire.
That's right.
And so even Erwin, when we would go to events, he's like, okay, baby, you go early. Because you're going to stop and talk to everybody. Because he know I would never, ever, ever not talk to people.
That's right.
I may grab them by their arm and say, hey, you got to walk with me because I got to be here at such time.
Yeah.
And we would walk together.
Yeah.
Because I knew how that made me feel. But if I had not had the foundation, it would have broke me.
That's right.
Because I thought everybody was that way.
Yeah.
So experiences, you got to understand that experiences is for you to grow.
Absolutely.
People have an experience, oh, they were so mean, I don't want to do this anymore, it's not going to work, and they just fall apart. Hell, God created you to be great.
Yes, ma'am.
And so that's a test. But it also made me know how not to be.
That's right. That's right.
As a human.
That's right.
And I've always, I don't care where I am, who stops me, who said, I am going to spend time with you.
Start now, y'all. Start practicing now. Start inviting the people. Start greeting people. So what if they don't speak first? Speak to them.
That's right.
Start now. Wherever you are, whatever you're doing, be welcoming. And I had to check myself on this while I say if I'm in the workplace, how you doing? Good morning. I don't care if it ain't a good morning in my mind. I'm going to speak. Start practicing who you want people to see you as.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Because energy is everything.
Yes.
And I tell people, what type of energy do you carry? When you walk in, does the room brighten up or does it darken? You know, and you don't have time in this season to walk in and be dark.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But it's a conscious effort, and we all have to have conscious interrupts because everything that we do prepare us for who we are and what we want.
That's right. That's right.
And the reason people don't get what they want is because they are not energy. They just wander around in life expecting things to happen for them when they don't make things happen for themselves.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
It's the law.
Yeah. And I feel like in everything that we get, if we go somewhere, we go to a restaurant, we go to the nail salon, we go to the hair salon, anywhere you go, it's your job. You chose to be here.
That's right.
And I'm a big person on service and how you present yourself to me. And if it's not right, I'm not going back.
Yeah.
I feel like if I'm putting my money or time into something and I'm receiving it from you, it needs to be, well, I didn't ask you to be here.
That's
you know what I mean? So even for people that have their own business, every day you show up. Be there. I don't care what you have. I don't care to hear your personal life. I didn't come here for that today. Do my eyelashes, girl. Like, I'm asleep. You know what I mean? Like, keep that in mind. And I think people forget that.
They do.
They forget it. They lose sight of it. Show up. Be welcoming. If you don't want to talk, you know, you maybe put on some music, you know, and do your job. Do what it is that you're trying to build.
Right.
That's important.
It's very important.
How do you receive women that just don't like you? You work with people. So how, give me an incident.
That's a real good question.
Yeah.
So there was a situation that happened to me 2 years ago this month in December. I was in Las Vegas.
Remember the month, baby.
I was in Las Vegas, and a very dear friend. We had built, you know, big businesses together.
Okay.
We had inspired thousands of people across the world. And there was a misunderstanding because there was a gentleman that started feeding all of this negative stuff that we both respected.
Wow.
I respected him.
Wow.
She respected him. And he started to feed a lot of this negative information to her.
Somebody in the circle?
Yes. And so it really had her just hyped and you know, and just out of character. And at this event, we were it was at this event, and there was a lot of people that didn't look like us.
Okay.
If you know what I mean.
Yes, ma'am.
And so you know, she walked up and she said hello, and I said, "Hey, what's up? Oh, you wasn't gonna speak?" And I said,
"Oh, wow.
Yeah, I was, whatever." And so it kind of started to turn into something really.
Did you take your heels
unfortunate.
off?
Well, here's where the growth came.
Okay.
Because there was some things that she said, and I said, "Hey, get out of my face."
Ooh, in the face?
Together, we're like this, like you and I. And so they said, if I don't, what you gonna do? I'll slap the shit out of you.
No, Twiler.
And so I looked at her and I said, I wish you would.
Oh, we about to fight.
Right?
Oh my God.
The young Twiler, it would have been.
Yeah.
But the mature Twiler knew that it wasn't her.
Okay.
That it was
She
what
out
she
there
had
too.
been
Yeah.
fed.
Yeah.
And so therefore,
Oh my
I
goodness.
walked away and they followed me. And even as I got
Were
to
you
the
by
point-
yourself? Where were your girls?
I was by myself. My team, people were there, but was coming later.
Okay.
And so when I got to the escalator, the pink people were like, "Oh my God, do you know her?" And so I said, "I don't know who that was," although I did. Although I did
We
know
just
her.
said Twiler. Oh my God, are you okay?
Yeah. And so, but my point in saying that is this: I was able at that time to understand what was going on.
Yeah.
Because had I given in to what the enemy wanted to happen, then it would have been viral.
Yes.
And it would have been bad.
Y'all saw that video of Twiler?
Right? It would have been viral and it would have been bad.
Yes.
For both of us.
Yes, ma'am.
And it's okay.
Business and all.
So your initial question was, what do I do about people that do not like me? I do nothing.
Okay.
I do nothing. Because it is not my responsibility to figure out who likes me and who doesn't.
Yeah.
It's my responsibility that when I wake up in the morning, I get 86,400 seconds.
Yes.
And what I do with that time
Yes.
is my gift back to God.
Come on now.
So therefore, I don't have time to wonder who likes me and who doesn't. Because what happens is, as you move up, there's going to be a lot of hate, there's a lot of misunderstanding,
Yeah.
but there is also a lot of love.
Okay.
So I choose to focus on the love,
Okay.
right? And I ignore everything else because there's too many people in the world for me to inspire, help, move forward, to just focus on that.
Yeah.
And now don't get me wrong, it takes time to get there.
Yeah.
And people will test you.
Yeah.
And sometimes I fail the test. I try to pass it most
Twiler,
times.
where you from?
But sometimes I fail. Sunnyside, Texas. Worthing High School.
Oh my God, yeah, she went to Worthing. She went to Worthing. That's why I'm about to tell this woman here from the hood, because she said, I wish you would. When people like, oh my God, Twiler, like it's about to go down the
Nice and too friendly. People will test you all the time.
Yeah.
So you gotta know when and where to pull the card.
There we go.
And you gotta know when and where, what battles to fight. And some battles are not worth it. Some battles are just not your battle.
Yeah.
And so that particular situation really wasn't my battle.
There we go.
And the person who started all this wasn't even there. You see what I'm saying? And then later that person got fired.
Yeah.
And
There
so
you
it's
go.
just so God, I was figuring out, like, God, why you handing me this type of plate?
Yeah.
But then later, this person got completely removed from our circle. And not by me or
There you
even
go.
her.
You didn't have to do anything.
Yeah, I didn't
Yeah.
have to do nothing.
Yeah.
God just said, one thing about God, you cannot mess with widows and fatherless children.
Come on now. Come on.
Okay?
Come
and
on.
I was a widow and I had a fatherless child.
Yeah.
And he does not play around when it comes to that.
Come on now. Come
Won
on.
my battle.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love it, y'all. That was a different bro. Because Gray ain't no tell me what girl, you said you about to do what? It would have been a whole showdown. But she said it about growth and knowing, and you have to think before you act, y'all.
That's
Think before you act. You don't have to give people what they expect from you. She wanted something from you. No. Girl, I'm not about to do that up in you. We're not going to do that.
Yeah.
So you got to think, and especially when you have this brand and so much riding behind that, like, no, who I am as a person. I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
Twyla, you said something about receiving love, and you said that, and I thought about, is the love that you receive from the inside or the outside? And by that I mean, is it people closer to you, or is it more so strangers? Once you get to the top, that's showing you love. Strangers.
It's always strangers, because the people that's closest to you, you know how it is. You're not loved or welcomed in your own town. I mean, I had to keep bringing God into this.
God and everything.
It's
Oh,
just
he and his glass of champagne too.
Right.
There you go.
It's just who I am, but he wasn't welcome in his own town, and so typically the people that really begin to love you, understand you, are those that are not close to you.
There we go.
Because they just respect who you are as a person. They respect what you've done. They respect, you know, the inspiration and all the things that they give you. But yeah, the answer to your question is the people that are not closest to you.
Absolutely.
It's unfortunate.
It is very much so, yeah, but it's reality.
It is
said
reality.
It. You said it. I mean, sometimes
Yeah.
you look at people and say, well, I did this, that, and that. Or you have this, that, and that going on. It's like the people closest to you can sometimes bring you down.
Mm-hmm.
Or, you know, they don't understand if you're not available.
Mm-hmm.
Or think just anything. And you have all these people saying, well, you inspire me, you motivate me, this and that and the third. But sometimes you just don't feel the love from within.
Yeah.
And it sucks. You know what I mean? But it's life, and that's how it happens. Everybody's human. People get jealous. Things that it happens, okay? Not meaning to cut people off, but, you know, give them their space or their time.
Yeah.
And, you know, and it is what it is.
Right.
I want to talk to you about your roles. You wear a lot of hats.
Right.
You do a lot of things, Twyler. You are a mother. And I mean, we look at your Instagram, and this is from the outside looking in, because that's what these people see.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like just a boss, but you are a mother.
Right.
You're a wife. Well, you were a wife,
Right.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Great loss,
Mm-hmm.
right? Your sister.
Mm-hmm.
You show love to your mother.
Mm-hmm.
You're a leader. How do you find the balance? Because I see you put a lot into your son, Twyler. You put a lot into everyone. You put a lot in between the two phones, sis. It's
Right.
like, even her being here at this moment, she would never understand me being so thankful for that, because I know these other places she could have been, or things she could have been doing, business opportunities as such. But how do you find balance to it all with every hat that you wear?
Sure, and that's a good question, because that's a question for most women.
Mm-hmm.
Because, you know, we were created, I think we should have had like 5 arms and like 5 legs.
Come on,
right? Like an octopus.
Come on.
So that's the balance. And so I'm talking to some women tonight that's either here watching live, or you're gonna watch the replay. And you're trying to figure out, how do I balance everything? I'm coming into 2021. You know, I want to start my career. I want to start my new business. I want to start, you know, my workshop. I want whatever it is that you want to do. And you've got kids, you've got a wife. I mean, you got a husband, and all of those things. And so
They might have a wife too.
they might have a wife, exactly, and maybe. And so the thing of it is this: you have to figure out, because we start putting all kinds of stuff on our plate. And that's why setting goals is so important. So now we're at the end of 2020, and you're setting goals for 2021. So whatever goals you have set for yourself, right? You're very focused on that, and then you don't put anything else on your plate that does not fall in alignment with those goals. And so the reason people go all crazy and they're all over the place is because they don't have a clear-cut set of goals in the first place.
Here we go.
Right?
Here we go. Plan it
So
out, y'all.
yeah, so when you plan it out, now when somebody says, well, Tanyea, can you go to such and such? Oh, can you do this and that? And you look, it's like, sorry, I can't make it.
There we go.
Sorry, I can't do that.
Yeah.
You know, well, why? You always said, well, honey, 2021,
There we
this
go.
does not fall in alignment to what is my goals for this
Come on
year.
now. Have it sit out.
That's it.
Have it sit
And
out.
so, for me, the way that I plan my life is I plan my life the way I live my life. And so it's always my spiritual life, you know, my family, and then my business. So I always spend time in my spiritual life. I meditate, I pray, I have a set of words that I speak every day. I have a ritual
Come on with
that
the
I do
habits.
every
Come on.
day, right? And so that's my spiritual time. And then my family is literally my son. He's my one and only son.
Yeah.
And then so I said, okay, Jimmy, what you got going on? What are we doing? How can I support you? What, you know? And so then that part of it, and then I have my business.
Yeah.
So then I have my team, my leaders, and I plan it that way. And then when people reach out to me, hey, can you do such and such? Can you do? And I look and say, okay, does this fall in alignment with what I'm doing? Oh yeah, I can do that.
There we go.
Oh no, I can't.
Yeah.
You know, and so it's just, you just have to plan it out.
Okay.
You
Do you
know
have
what I
a
mean?
board or anything that you do
Oh,
as far as a habit
honey,
or routine?
yes.
Okay.
So I'm a big journal person.
Okay.
I have rows and rows of journals from prior years. I've already got my new journal for this year, for 2021. I live my life literally, you know, by a calendar, my business life by a calendar. And then, you know, I journal my life because it just helps me because sometimes in business or even just personal, you're like, what was going on when I was happy as hell?
Yes,
My business was booming.
Yes.
What was I doing? Who was I talking to?
Yeah.
What circles was I in? Sometimes you got to go back to
I was
those
about to
old
say,
journals.
backtrack.
And see what you were doing.
Yeah.
And that's just, it's very, very helpful. So I have tools that I use to just help me balance my life. And then sometimes, guys, you got to outsource some stuff. And, you may be saying, well, Twyla, I cannot afford a nanny. I cannot afford a housekeeper. And this is if you stop going out to eat and cook at home.
Okay, don't go to Papa Do's.
Right.
Okay.
Cook at home.
Yeah.
Papa Do's one meal. That's your housekeeper.
There we go.
So some things.
So you saying cut some stuff out.
Cut some
Pick
stuff
and
out,
choose, y'all.
and
Write it down.
Right. We can outsource.
There we go.
Because that'll give you more time. If you have kids, then you need some help at home to help you keep the house clean.
Outsource. That's my word.
You gotta outsource.
Outsource. I'm writing down.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say, babe, I'm trying to outsource. You're gonna say, girl. Oh my God. But no, I love it. Like we need, I be like, what am I gonna do? Trying to stick to habits, being consistent, that's the main thing.
Yeah.
Writing stuff down, praying. I just started with my best friends and I. We pray every morning.
Yeah.
We reading scripture. We ain't just praying. We going to the word.
Yeah.
Even some stuff we can't pronounce. We be like, okay, y'all, that was the wrong word. But we praying and we're really trying to be consistent in what it is that we're doing and consistent with God.
Yeah.
If you don't believe in him, that's on you. But that's how I operate, okay?
Yeah.
Just as simple as that. Twyla, you're here. You're at the top. We see you. All this greatness around you. Anybody who's at the top, life still happens. Shit is still going to happen. Expect the unexpected. You had a point in your life where anybody on the outside would have thought you have thrown in the towel. You would have given up. You would have packed up shop and just went on to live whatever life with you and your son. It was definitely expect the unexpected. It was just completely unexpected, right? Losing somebody.
Right.
We see that, and then we see you now. How did you build your mind up? How did you get the energy to say, I'm still going to wake up every morning and do this shit. I'm still going to wake up and give it all that I got. I think everybody asks themselves that when they see you where you are now, knowing what we know that you've been through with losing somebody very close to you.
Sure. That truly is a loaded question, and it's a perfect time to talk about that, especially what's going on with COVID.
Yes.
And so many people have lost loved ones
Yes.
and have lost people that they truly care about, and
Yeah.
it was completely unexpected. And here's what I have to say is preparation. Because when you are prepared, then you can handle things in a different way.
Okay.
And for a very long time, and because of him, he was always this type of guy that prepared mentally.
Yeah.
And he would say, hey, when you take things from your head to your heart, you can really conquer anything. And he was an educator, so me being his wife, I was constantly into education and just learning and building. He was always saying, you gotta have a good, strong constitution.
Yeah.
And I was like, constitution, okay, what does that really mean? But what it just means, just like a strong, sound mind. So what helps me is my personal self-development. Because I listened to a lot of great people that were great. They were very successful, but they were mind grown, like solid in their mind. What happens with people is that their mind go first because they're so freaking fragile. And I don't care if the wind blow to the left, they're going to the left.
Yeah.
If the wind blow to the right, they're going to the right. And I'm not trying to be insensitive, but what I'm saying is, in this world, you cannot be fragile. You gotta freaking fight. You gotta fight, because your thoughts, there are 4 things, and I've been talking about this for the last several weeks.
Okay.
You've got your thoughts, you have your tongue, you have your time, and you have your temperament. Okay? So your thoughts, if you allow crazy thoughts to come in, because the thoughts become things.
Gotcha.
What you think about is who you become.
That's right.
So I took that literal,
Yeah.
Tanya. I was like, okay, Twyla, if you're thinking about this dark place and you can't live anymore without him, and then guess what? You won't. You'll commit suicide.
That's right.
So
That's
the
right.
way that I handled it is that I knew that I had to move on because I wanted to allow his legacy to keep going forward.
Yes.
You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? So I was like, okay, so if I live and I live good
Yeah.
and I, and I'm strong, then I'm going to be a reflection of who he was.
There we go.
So I played a trick with my mind. Hell, when you play a trick with your mind, it's a movie and you the damn star. So why not have the starting role?
Come on, TellemTanyea.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
You the star in the movie.
Yes.
So
I
what?
love
Are you
it.
gonna have the leading role, or you gonna have the back door
Okay, I ain't
role?
support nobody. Okay, yes.
You know
Come
what I mean?
on.
So and guess what? The mind doesn't know.
Uh-huh.
So you have to tell it, and when you tell it what to do, it does just that.
I love it.
And that's, and it just, I know that doesn't work for everybody
Mm-hmm.
because maybe everyone didn't have a really strong, man in their life that I had.
Yeah.
Maybe they didn't have a strong mom and dad. I grew up with my mother and father.
That's a blessing.
And so I know it can be tough.
Mm-hmm.
But what I will say to you is don't give up. Keep going. You think when pain is there, because don't get me wrong, I had some nights, baby,
Yeah.
and it was hard.
Yeah.
It was very, very painful. But through that, I was like, I can't give up. This man got a legacy I got to keep going, you know? So I attached that pain to making sure that the world knew who he was.
Yeah.
And it's just a trick with my mind.
Yes.
And
you are definitely
yeah.
the female version of him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, girl, it's like, when he left, it's like he stayed with you.
Oh, yeah.
It's like we just saw another version. It's
Yeah.
like we always saw Twyla. You was just like a trophy wife.
Yeah.
You were that. And come on, girl, with Twyla. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
you was always in Twyla. Light up the
Yeah.
room, girl.
Yeah.
Like, I'm here, and
Yeah.
smile. And like you say, you played your part well.
Yeah.
And I don't know. It's like I can't describe it,
Yeah.
what I witnessed. And I'm just like, wow, she really did.
And I promise you, it had everything to do with the thoughts. Like, I would hear his voice. There were times I couldn't get out of bed, and I would hear him say, "What you gonna do? You gonna lay here all day?"
Yeah.
You know how they are.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That sounds something like, that. What you gonna do? You gonna lay here all day? Like,
Yes.
you feeling sorry for yourself?
Yes.
And so I'm like, oh,
Yes.
hell no, let me get off this robe,
Yes.
and go do something.
I love
And
it.
so-
I love it. The
so,
mindset,
yeah.
y'all, it is a power. And we see that quote all the time. The mind is a
Mhm.
powerful thing. It really is.
Yeah, it is.
It really is. I love that you
Yeah.
said mentally you had to trick yourself to saying,
Yeah.
you're not going to stay here
Yeah.
because if you think this is what it's going to
And
be.
then I started doing like faith walks. Like I walk my dog every day.
Yeah.
So instead of let me go walk Delilah, it was like, let me go on my faith walk.
Yes.
I just changed things to make it be something that I could stand on.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. That is awesome. I talk about, we just spoke about that, but support. Does Twyla have a support system?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Just like I was mentioning earlier with your friends, your husband. And, people don't see what's behind the scenes.
Absolutely.
But the old saying, behind every, powerful man, there's a great woman.
Yeah.
But behind every great woman, there's a powerful man.
Yeah.
And so whether it's, if you don't have a husband, it's like, okay, I'm doomed, I don't have a husband. Well, you may not have a husband, but you have a boyfriend. Maybe you have a dad. Maybe you have a best friend. Whoever that person is, we all have a support system.
Yeah.
And, even with me being here with you tonight, I knew you had a support system because you're so good at what you do. So, and then being in your environment, I see your support system.
Yeah.
I see your loving husband. I see your friends
Yeah.
who came over to make sure you were good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, everybody needs a support system, and I have a very good support system. I have my mom, I have my sister, I have friends, You know, I have people who really care about me and people want me to be successful.
That's right. People that want you to win. I hear a lot of people say they don't need nobody. People say that they don't need a love life. You know, it's just me, team self, and that's cool. But everybody needs somebody. Everybody needs some kind of support, and you just have to give to people if you want to receive that back. And I think that's what people lack. You're not giving out what you're looking for to receive back.
So the everybody that says it's team me and I don't need anyone, those are the ones we gotta reach out to.
Yeah.
I see that, and guess what I do, Tanya? I hit them in their inbox. I say, hey sis, I see you rocking. Hey, I'm your cheerleader. You know, you go girl.
Yeah.
You know, whatever, because that's their cry for I need help.
That's right.
That's their cry for I need help, because they've been beat down, they've been lied to, played on, whatever. Yeah. And now they're afraid to say I need help, but really when they say that, that's what they're asking for.
Got you.
100%.
Twyler, as a female, as a woman, can you come off as intimidating to some men?
Probably yes.
Do they feel like I'm not up here in order to even approach her? Or even just friends, people that want to be around you, do they feel like they have to fake it? And you know what I mean? And they really ain't got it going on?
Right.
You know?
Well, you know, we done had some real knockdown drag-outs about this conversation. Because men be like, I don't know why y'all say we don't want a strong woman. Because whoever said that lied.
Because baby, this lady pulled up in a Rolls Royce, and I was like, what y'all know? I said, y'all, when she pulled up, I was like, girl, I wanted to just stand there and take some pictures. Like, this woman is not playing. If I was a man, I would be like, damn, I'm just gonna sit here and look. I wouldn't even try to approach you. And that's just being real. And I know you have relationship status, but I mean, any day, girl, I'm just saying, you know, you got it going on.
Yeah.
I know that's right. She said, yeah. When she got at that point, I said, damn, I had to look twice. She is not playing. She is killing it. So, I mean, how does that work for you? Are you intimidating them? Do they tell you that? Is your man insecure? You know, like, well, how is it? Because I'll be like, where are you? Where's the car? What car are you in? Shit, it'll be a tracker. Like, you need to call me. They want to know. They want to know.
No, I mean, I really, it could be that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really look at it that way, but I'm sure, you know, it can be intimidating for men. Because for women, you know, it's like for us, usually it's the man who is, you know, has this or that and a third. You know what I mean?
That's what society
but you know,
says.
that's what society says. But for me, you know, there's certain things that I have to have and things that are deal breaker. And I don't need anybody to take care of me because I can do that for myself. However, I don't want to take care of anybody either.
She ain't no sugar mama.
No, I ain't no sugar mama and I ain't no cougar. Okay? But you have things that you have to have in a relationship. Yeah. And I just want someone who's caring, someone who loves, and who can be, you know, honest, you know, and things of that nature. But I really don't need anyone to take care of me.
Sorry,
and I don't take care of him either.
Come with your own, baby. She said she ain't take care of nobody, and she don't need you to take care of this other shit that she need. Okay. Yeah. Period. Okay. Twyla, our time is winding down. I said I wasn't gonna go over the hour. Okay. I want you to leave the people with something. Advice, just a quote, something inspiring. It's the end of 2020. Give them something, Twyla.
All right. So thank you for this time. It's been a lot of fun. Yes. Yeah, I already knew it was gonna be fun. I'm like, honey, I am going to TellemTanyea, girl. Yes. I'm about to tell them, right? Right. So, you know, I think that 2021 is loading, and it's gonna be here real soon. And so, for many of us, we took 2020, and some people was able to capitalize on this time, the lockdown, the whole 9 yards. Some people were able to launch things that they hadn't been able to do. And so the thing that I'll say is take 2021 very, very serious.
Come on, y'all, wake up.
That, you have time now. And hopefully you've already done it, because really doing it now, you're late. But I prefer you to do it late than not at all. small.
There we go.
So all I'm gonna say is, make sure you have your goals of what you want and your dreams of what you want. And you got to get fanatical about that.
There we go.
Everything that I have, Tanya mentioned about, the type of vehicle that I drive. It was a part of my vision. It was a dream car for me.
Mm-hmm.
But it was a dream car for me 15 years ago.
Come on, time.
You follow what I'm saying?
Time, baby.
So it took time for that to happen. And a lot of things that's manifested in my life now are things that have been on my board from one year to the next.
Mm-hmm.
But what happens is once you become attractive and to people, then the time starts to collapse. So it doesn't take as long as it would normally take.
Yeah.
So
in closing, overnight.
In closing, don't forget about your thoughts. You got to focus on what it is you want, not what you don't want. Yeah. Stop saying, oh, my bank account is so low. I ain't got no money in my account. Hey, when you go to your mailbox, I'm just getting these bills. Start celebrating those bills like it's checks. Because your mind doesn't know, right? Yeah. So you start celebrating those bills like it's checks.
That's right.
And guess what happens? Checks start coming.
Come on now.
So your thoughts are so super important.
Yes.
And then don't forget about your tongue. The life and death is in the power of your tongue. Stop speaking ill on yourself and other people.
Yes.
So speak what you want and not what you don't want.
Come on now.
And then use your time. Your time is valuable. Stop spending your time with people who don't deserve it. Stop spending your time with low-level conversations. Have high-level conversations with people, right? And then finally, your temperament. This lady right here has an incredible temperament. I mean, she gets on, hey, y'all, and she gets to talking, and she's sharing, and she has such a great temperament. And your temperament is just your attitude. Get on the elevator tomorrow and, hey, how y'all doing? People gonna be like, okay, what's wrong with her?
Oh, watch out now. They gonna think you drunk at work.
Because they're not used to that. But those are the things that I will say.
Yes.
And,
okay. All right, y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in. Our time is ending, but thank y'all for joining me and Twiler in the TellemTanyea room. Bye, y'all. Save it. Upload it. Oh, no.
Still live. Stop it. Just cut the live. Yeah, hit it.
You got it?
Yeah.